Hey, greetings everyone. Today we chill on being peaceful. Yeah, let's take it easy. While you all log in, just stay at peace, calm the body. Consider peace as something precious. Peace is precious. We want to preserve it. We want to find peace and keep it. It can be a choice. Consider the possibility of respectful indifference. Right. Let me explain that. Something happens. You could go dramatic, but you decide to not care. Peace is preserved. It's very simple. Respectful, even compassionate indifference, I would say, where you don't need to even defend yourself. The event happens. If you need to make a wall and go, I don't care, but you've got emotional energy in denying that you actually care, that's not it. That's not actual indifference. That is lying to yourself. Do you really enjoy peace? Is it really something that matters for you? If you do care about feeling at peace, you would try to preserve that feeling, right? In which case, you have to not care or not implicate yourself with what would make you dramatic. Okay. It's easier to say than to do. If we just fake holy indifference, compassionate indifference, if we just try it, very often we will care and we'll just pretend we don't. So that builds a pressure inside. Okay, like, what did it just do? I'm gonna lose my peace because I'm all dramatic. Let's just say we don't care. This does not matter to me. And you got these two forces inside battling. So this conflict is what you have to recognize. if you want to properly be indifferent, you have to recognize when you're actually not. So it's a two-step process. It's a decision where you decide not to be dramatic or not to care about the topic. And it is also a vigilance. You want to see if you actually do care and you're just in denial. Over time, if you think about every time in your life that you lost peace, early in life we don't realize it. We don't know that we have peace until trouble happens, until we lose it. Like a child does not understand being happy. It's their natural state, usually. But when they're not happy, then they realize happiness went away. After a few years, they make the connection. We are not on a quest to be happy until the early teenagers. Before that, our brain is simply not wired to understand what is happiness. That requires higher philosophical abilities for the brain to get that. So when we are young, we don't know what happiness is. We just realize that sometimes it goes away. Then we start to realize that happiness is an important thing. So as a teenager, we want world peace and for everyone to be happy. Not everyone, but most of us. Because now happiness is a thing and peace is a thing. Okay. So peace is like that. Until you have enough life experience after being a young adult, basically. Peace is not something that has value for us. Until we look back and we compare the feelings. Times that we're at peace, that everything's fine, even a little boring, but everything's fine. And we compare that feeling to drama, trouble, sadness, panic, anger. So let's take a moment to do that contemplation. Let's give value to peace by comparing when we have it to when we don't. Before I continue class, I want us to have that recent flavor of peace and losing it. Good. Just so that in our ego it's a fresh flavor, so we can, have a distinct class about it. For this class to make sense, peace must matter to us. Because in reality, sometimes peace does not matter to us. For real. Everyone will always say that they want peace. But look at yourself behave. It would be the first thing we flush out when a drama is possible. We don't realize that we're the one hunting drama, yearning for it. Okay? So I'm not going to read the comments, by the way, it's too big, and write to my email and someone will answer you. By the way, just say. Peace is something that has value on the top of our head, but deeply inside, it seems that we don't care for it profoundly. Okay, so if you feel that you lose peace a lot, you have to dig inside and understand why you lose peace. Okay. Pay attention to your body and incarnate, please. Let's do incarnation for a moment. And let's do the comparison again. Times that I'm at peace and times that I lose it. We want peace to be worth something for this class, at least. Can you consider then your ability to become indifferent to what would usually make you lose peace? Just decide, does it really matter? Is that very important? And once you try to be indifferent, see if there's a battle. See if you are just hypocrite or pretending, because that's how we learn progressively. The true holy indifference. We can still have compassion while being indifferent. We can be compassionate. We can care in the philosophical sense of loving humanity, for example, of caring about the well-being of another person, and still be indifferent so we do not engage dramatically with the situation. That usually also implies detachment, which implies mourning, of course, letting go and mourning things. I'll give an example. There is something you want and you cannot have it. The solution is to let go and stop caring. It's not an arrogant thing to stop caring about a situation or a person. It's not arrogant to stop caring. If it's only going to bring sadness, if it's only going to bring conflict. We're conditioned to, be afraid to be judged. Like, people will judge me if I stop caring. What's the value of your peace? This teaching is borderline arrogant in the belief system that we have. But in truth, we will post on Facebook and shout in New Age groups that we love ourselves and that we are the priority. Are we really the priority? Will we trade our peace for someone else's drama by making it our drama? We do that. Yeah, we do that. Because if we stop caring, we'll be seen as arrogant. And truly, we look at others as arrogant when they do not feed our ego. If you stop feeding the ego of another, they will blame you for not playing your role. Savior, victim, persecutor, triangle. If you decide to detach from someone, or not from someone, but from a situation, the others involved will think you're an asshole. You'll be branded as the arrogant one. Basically, if you can't become indifferent in a compassionate way, indifferent, because you will be judged if you detach, I guess you have work to do on your pride. Maybe your image is important to others. Maybe you do care what they will think of you. If I stop loving them, they will stop loving me. What is the value of your peace? What is your peace really worth? Is it worth staying in conflict? If you're tired of losing peace, being disturbed, dramatic, lonely, why not just detach from the source of the problem? I'm not talking about total isolation. That does not bring peace. Yeah. We're human beings. We're genetically programmed to be people of community. But detaching from the drama of others, and you will be branded as the asshole, the one who does not care. While in a state of holy indifference, you can still act in a compassionate way towards others. You can still contribute to the well-being of everyone around you. You can still do good actions. Teach if it is your path. Provide if it is your path. Support or help. You can care for specific individuals if it does not drag you into the conflict. And you can still be a holy one, a caring person. That does not make you arrogant. That's all advanced Rishinaya. Over time, people will know you to be self-contained, that you don't accept bullshit. People will get to know you as someone who does what he does and does not engage in the drama. In the period where you detach from others' drama, you will be judged. So just work on that too. Add this to your plate. You have to set your priorities straight. Your immediate family, children, lover, parents, your immediate family is something that should matter more than anything else. Until you reach a point that you also have to detach from that. From the choices that your kids will make in life. From the condition of your parents as they age. For the evolution of your relationship with your lover. If it makes you lose your peace, you're not going to be happy anyway. Do you understand that? The most important thing there is not to become a fake wall where you just block off experiences because they could hurt. Yeah, I don't care. Doesn't matter. And that would harden your heart, you know. So holy indifference is not denial. There's no effort fighting the drama outside, compacting some self-inflicted hatred, you know. Do you understand what I mean? It takes discernment to practice indifference and detachment in order to preserve your peace. But if you're in a battle, still work on what is going on. So you don't pretend to be indifferent. I've decided that that's a long time ago, that I would detach from drama. I've been looked at by the eyes of victims. This guy just does not care. And I would smile and say, no, I don't. And their mind would be blown, like, my God, he even admitted it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I know exactly what I care for, I think. We never know exactly what we care for. I believe I know what I care for, and I believe I am a compassionate man. I've seen my own actions. It's okay if someone doesn't believe that. It's okay. It's not necessary for others to see me as some holy man or great master. My peace is worth more than my image. Apply that to yourself. Is it worth it to purchase the drama of others? Is it worth it to stay in contact with people who only bring grief and sadness? Is it worth it? What is the value of your peace? Is peace really important to you? Hey, maybe the answer is no. I won't judge you. I won't help you, but I won't judge you. I'll understand. There are feelings you want to hold on to that are more important than peace. Relationships, dramas, possessions, things you own that are more important than peace. That's cool. Just be honest with yourself. Do you have the right to complain that you lost your sense of peace because you choose to care and stay attached? This is a hard lesson. This is an unpleasant lesson. It takes discernment to see when it's time to let go and time to implicate yourself. it takes some pondering to evaluate the value of your peace, if it's worth anything. And if you really say, like the new ager that I am, I love myself and I am my priority, caring for myself is my first responsibility. Seriously consider the value of your own happiness. And if there's no happiness, at least the value of your own peace. And detach. Mourn. Mourn what you lose in the process. Mourn your image. You will be judged. Oh yeah, definitely. You will be judged by those who are counting on you to engage in their drama. Oh yeah, that is unavoidable. That is part of the difficulty of the process. Today's class was a short class. I said what I had to say. You're not an asshole if you still care in your heart about actual happiness and peace for others. It's just an impression they have because you don't play the ego game anymore. What is the value of your peace? Your priority should go to your children, then your lover, then your parents, then your friends, in that order. Simply because that's what nature is supposed to do anyway. That's how we were created. And detach. Just let go. Let go of the suffering that drags you back. I mean, you need a job. You need to perform at your work. You need your boss to be happy with the results. Yeah, that's very basic. Don't be indifferent to that. Do your best at work and make things work, financially, and your security, your health. Yeah, that thing. Becoming indifferent to your health is nonsensical. That's not self-love. Of course, obviously. I'm talking about what drags you out of your heart, out of your mind. It takes your mind here and it puts you out of your mind. Okay? Projection and attachments outside. Yeah. We finished this class with thinking about how good it feels when we are not dramatic. What is the value of peace? What's it worth? Is it worth the effort to learn the proper indifference so it won't be a denial but a compassionate action for yourself and then for others, of course? Yeah. Proper indifference is compassionate, which includes compassion for yourself. All right. Peace.